But I'd go with my showreel and show them some scenes and I'd be like, sir, mujhe thoda kaam de dijiye. Life has its own ways of doing things. You can't just sit at home and wait for films to come to you. You have to get up and go get them. Saying, you want Mar Jao? I'm like, bhai, मैं मर जाऊँ मैं नहीं हूँ. They would also be embarrassed to ask you. I think even I would be embarrassed if they asked you. यार मैं इसके सामने स्क्रीन में ठंडा ना पड़ जाऊँ. Hi, this is Sikandar Kher and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon.
All right, we have with us Sikandar. I've seen Romeo Akbar Walter yesterday, and Sikandar is having a very substantial role in the film. And the question that I had in my mind was that why is this fine actor not being seen in Hindi movies too often? We'll ask him that and much, much more. Pleasure having you back.
Nice to have you. Nice to be here, sir. Nice to be here.
My question to you is, and I genuinely believe that why is it that we don't see much more of you in Hindi movies? I'm sure that today is Thursday, you'll be getting a very good response for your performance.
I'm hoping, sir, you were kind enough to say such wonderful things.
Honestly, I'm not being kind.
Okay, well, it felt really, really good, to be honest. Life has its own ways of doing things, I feel. So when you ask why I have not been seen enough in films, I think you can't just sit at home and wait for films to come to you. You have to get up and go get them yourself. And I think that's what happens.
You said that in one of the interviews.
Yes, but that's the truth. I'm not trying to sound humble or extra anything. I just say it because I feel it like that. And it's a part of life. I think none of my films have worked. You feel down, you feel out, and that's just a part of it, I guess. And you, because of that, you introspect and you go through stuff. Sometimes you can go deal with it in a different way. I think that's how life takes you through certain things, and I feel you have to deal with certain situations in certain ways. And I've dealt with my life, and career is just one small part of it. There are other things that you have to deal with in life.
Right.
I had myself to deal with. So when I dealt with myself, the first thing that came out, that when I came out of whatever I was dealing with in general, the first fire I actually had was for work. Because what I realized was that's the only way that you can really feel good about yourself, because a lot of times you deal with low self-esteem, you deal with not loving yourself, these things they all go hand in hand, and it's a thing that a lot of people have, and I don't mind talking about it because it's normal for a lot of people. And as soon as I did, as soon as I started getting to know myself and loving myself and feeling good about myself, the first thing I wanted was work. The first thing I wanted was I wanted to look in people's eyes and ask them for work, and that's what I started doing. I just started getting up and going out and messaging people and asking them for work. I would ask them for 10 minutes. I would take my 3-minute showreel with me on my laptop and I'd be like, sir, can I come and meet you for 10 minutes? And I'd leave in 9 minutes from the meeting. And unless they asked me to stay longer. But I'd go with my showreel and show them some scenes and I'd be like, sir, mujhe thoda kaam de dijiye. And that's about it. Sometimes they would respond. Sometimes they say, I'm not free till so-and-so date. I'm not free till next month. But on my phone, I would keep marking till whatever date they told me, and then my reminder would go. Then I'd message them again. I mean, people are busy, and the people I'm messaging will be busy only. So it's very normal. I still have my reminders. One of them might go off right now also, who I have to follow up. But so having said that, basically just to let you know as to why I was missing on the scene is because you have to push yourself at the end of the day. You understand? When you're not successful, when you're not out there, people are not going to constantly think about you and say, chalo, isko bhejo, he might be a good actor, whatever, but you have to keep reminding them. And that's about it. Let them know that you want to work. When you really, really want it, you have to go out there and ask for it and remind them that you're there. And so when I started doing that, I got my work. I got a film called Million Talkies. I got a film called Romeo Akbar Walter, and I have another one coming up called Zoya Factor. So it did bear fruit. And I'm hoping, I'll keep doing that.
Why is Mar Java showing in your Wikipedia?
I don't know. I'm not in Mar Java.
That's what I read when you were interacting with Milab Zaveri.
Yeah, then I tweeted also. Yes, I tweeted. I said, guys, I'm not in Mar Java because people have been interviewing me and saying, you're in Mar Java. I'm like, bhai, मैं Mar Java में नहीं हूँ. Then I tweeted also. I said,
and Zoya Factor is not there.
Zoya Factor is not there. I don't know.
Wikipedia.
It's not there?
It's not there in Wikipedia.
It's not there. I don't know. But Zoya Factor is coming out 14 June. And yeah, I don't know why I'm in Mar Java. People be surprised. Sikandar कहाँ है Mar Java में?
You've never tried to use your parents' name in terms of just trying to get work, and almost anywhere, which is something I find very, very interesting. Why don't you do that?
It's very embarrassing, firstly.
That's why I respect you.
Yeah.
Because I'm interacting with you one-on-one.
Yes.
It's not Mr. Kher who's asked me, or your mother follows me on Twitter. So they've never ever
No, I
We
would.
have a one-to-one
Yes,
equation.
yes. I remember meeting you first time during Terwin Ladin promotions. That's the first time we met.
Ji.
I remember very clearly. No, I think we would be very embarrassed. I think they would also be embarrassed to ask you. I think even I would be embarrassed if they asked you. So I think that's how we are in our family. We do our own things. Dad will do his own thing, mom will do her own thing, and I would do my own thing. I think it would be very embarrassing if they were asking for me or I'd be asking them to ask me. It's just that's how it is.
But Mr. Kher loves you.
Of course.
The way he responds to you, I think, is a very unique side to him.
Yes.
I think is lovely.
Yes, he shows a lot of love. In fact, his tweet to you today.
Yes.
Because I sent it to him. I sent it to him because I sent it to my family. Because they're not. My mom lives in Chandigarh. My father's in New York. He's shooting for a show for NBC. So they want to know what's going on. They know I saw the show yesterday. They know there was a press screening that happened. So it's just to keep my family in loop, my mother and father in loop. So I think when I showed that to him, etc., I think that's his feeling that comes out. From his side also, he also wants to show people that his son's also getting, some kind of respect somewhere, or people are appreciating it. I understand that that's where he's also proud about it. He sent me a message saying, I'm so proud of you. In whatever capacity, because he's so far away also, that's his warmth that's also coming across. So, that's the way he is.
What I felt after watching the film and your performance, if we can talk about it, that it's like a very seasoned performance. Yeah, you've not seen the film, which is funny, but it's like there's not a single note where you're going off.
Okay.
We love to hate you on screen, and you are having that foxy agility.
That's
You are
great.
always looking for like a conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
which is very interesting. So it's a very, very interesting portrayal.
Great. I'm looking forward to watching the film tonight, properly. That's great. I'm so happy that you feel that way. What can I say?
Whom do you give credit to?
I give credit to my director. I give credit to my co-star, my co-stars, John. I give credit to everybody. It cannot happen without them. Nothing can happen without everybody that surrounds you in every scene, because it's always the sharing of energy. For me, as an actor, it's always the sharing of energy on a set. It's my director. It's how comfortable he makes me. It's how comfortable John made me. At the end of the day, he's such a big star. As I always said, and I've said this before also in other interviews, that for me, when I got the part, and for me, my biggest thing in my head was like, oh my God, man, I'm going to be working with such a big star. I've never worked with such a big star before. I'm like, यार मैं इसके सामने स्क्रीन में ठंडा ना पड़ जाऊँ, जब मैं खड़ा हूँ इसके सामने. So that was my nervousness. That, oh God, how will it be? And we went for a workshop. I had met John socially, never professionally. So that thought will come that he's such a big star. How will he be? So we went for a reading and all to his office, and he just disarms you with his charm. He's so normal. He's so like regular, grounded, and an easy guy. And instantly it was like, wow. And it's like, this, that. And as soon as that happens for an actor, I was so relaxed that you can just start experimenting, and he's like so cool. And that is the biggest thing that you can have as an actor, that you can just do whatever you want to do. So that was amazing. So my credit really goes to both Robbie and John and my co-actors and every one of them around me. Hi, this is Sikandar Kher and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon.